Wouldn't it be great if one day an ordinary Joe like myself had control over who sweeps the street in front of my house, when and how to cut wood in our local forest? Wouldn't it be cool if our neighbourhood didn't have to wait for some guy from the government to come and clean the public toilets, but to be able to do it ourselves? What if there was a plan of that sort? Fortunately, there is a plan. Dave's got a plan. He calls it the Big Society. David Cameron's Big Society idea is for the government to retreat and to give local people more control. The idea is for social enterprises and charities to step in, to replace the retreating state, taking more control of services from libraries to forestry to public lavatories. For example, charities working to rehabilitate offenders. Community Secretary Eric Pickles describes it as turning government upside down. At the heart of the idea is volunteerism. Dave is thinking of encouraging Obama-style community organisers. However, some people are not buying into it. They see it as a cynical cover for the budget cuts, and some just hate the idea of bungling Dad's Army volunteers taken over from the professionals. Yet, it could actually work. Take for instance John Lewis, which is owned by the people and the workers who have a say in the running of the business, and the employees get to share the spoils of their labour at the end of each business year. And the People's Supermarket, a new cooperative supermarket in the London Borough of Camden. Anyone can shop in the People's Supermarket, but in return for a small fee and 4-hour volunteer time per month, members win a discount on their food shopping. However, there is the fear that it is the usual big guys in suits who always spoil the party for the rest of us. That's the real community initiatives at the bottom of the organisational food chain will lose out. The trend can be seen in previous years where the National Council for Volunteer Organisations, the NCVO, reports that in the period between 2007 and 2008, 90% of legacy income went into the coffers of major organisations, while the small charities, who most will agree represent the big society, receive a mere 1%. Cabinet Officer Minister Francis Maud acknowledged that the small charities were losing out in bidding for public sector contracts. He referred to a case where it had cost £800,000 just to bid for a contract. Tough for me and my friend with just our brooms and good intentions. These small organisations are sometimes known as below the radar, BTR. While it's difficult to know the number of these organisations, NCVSO estimate these at 870,000. These are the real, the grassroots or street level frontline organisations. Overall, there is a fear that the big society could actually sustain the already existing inequalities by favouring major organisations in leafy neighbourhoods, while micro-charities, who are normally located in less privileged communities, miss out. So, this is the test. Cam's big society will work if it benefits all communities, big or small, leafy and not so leafy, and if it reaches even the small organisations under the radar. The test of the big society is at the bottom.